Now, given that this model is the pride and joy of Louis, the owner of Troll Trader, I thought that it might be a nice touch to write Troll Trader on the model somewhere using orc glyphs. The fun little orcy written language that's detailed in a few different books, but the most comprehensive one is in the old Freebooters book. The only problem is there still isn't a glyph for troll. And there isn't a glyph for trader either, so I basically went through the whole language and found the best match. Big, Erty, mutant merchant. Perfect. We masked off some squares on the jaw armor plates, dabbed on some specks of this latex masking fluid so we can rub it away to create a realistic chips later, and then sponged greys and whites over the squares to make the backgrounds for the glyphs. I then freehanded the glyphs I chose onto the squares. I mean, they're pretty simple designs, it's nothing special, but I think they came out pretty well. Off comes the tape, and oh yeah, they look great. I rubbed off the masking fluid, added some little scratches with a light wash filter towards the bottom, and yeah, tidy. The random little wood huts and wooden door parts got base coated with this vibrant purple to give them a fun undertone, and then I dry brushed and stippled on some progressively lighter desaturated browns to give it a sort of bleached or birch wood look, to nicely contrast against all that dark armor. I mean, we're getting there. To emulate that gorgeous green glow of the eyes on the cover art, Steve cranked out all of his OSL tricks. First using layers of thinned white paint to pick out the lower edges of the lenses and windows, and while he was doing that, I quickly added some shades and filters to the tiles. Who says men can't multitask? Come on. Steve then built up a mottled effect in the center of each eye lens with the same white, before giving it a puff with the airbrush to smooth it out. Then some of this Vallejo Mecha fluorescent yellow to add some glowy eye-popping colour. Some Hexwraith flame around the edges of the lens of the eyes, but some Imperial Fist on the glowy window parts as we want those to be a warm glow rather than green. And then finishing the fiery tones with some Magma Droth flame. A final touch of very thin white at the bottom of each window pane and the eye lenses just to prep for the final touch, which is a little bit of Bad Moon's yellow to finish the effect. Gorgeous. Actually, I lied. He then added some purple contrast paint, very thin to the outside edge, opposite each of the most vibrant glowy bits to bump up the saturation and contrast. No wonder this boy's won a Golden Demon. I'd have called it a day about 5 steps ago, honestly. He then also did a quick yellow, red, blue, black transition to create a muzzle burn effect on the massive arm cannon. A big fat washer under the bolt that holds the crotch cannon was the perfect way to keep this mighty girth from dragging along the floor in front of him, and then time to assemble and see what we've got here.